How's it going, everyone, and welcome to a video breakdown of the two trades that we took last week. I'm going to be breaking them down for you, showing you exactly how I took them. If you would like to know a bit more about how I trade and learn how I trade, there is a link to my Telegram in the description. Feel free to check it out. But if not, this video will help you, and hopefully you enjoy and find it useful. So let's jump over to the charts. Okay, so as you can see, these were the two trades for the week that we took. I'm going to start with this one that we took on the Tuesday, and then we'll go over to the one that we took on the Wednesday. And this totaled for about 6% for the week, or just over 6%, because it was 3.16% and 3.13%. So it did vary. But either way, let's get into the first trade. Very simple trade. How we took it was the idea that we had this consolidation, price broke out, retested into the consolidation. If I draw a line there just to make it a bit clearer, so there we go there, and we'll just do it from this one. So you can see how we had sort of the highs and the lows, took out potential sellers and people trying to buy off that area before coming back in, tried to get more sellers into this area before dropping, and then probably people that bought retest into the consolidation, and then we have that strong push up. So that was what happened sort of over the Asia session on Monday night, Tuesday morning. Then we come to London, which is this candle here, and you can see that we break above the high, and then we push down and we break below this area, which was the last push down before the push above the high, and then we break to the downside, breaking this major low that caused this push up here. So we've broken two lows. One was like an important one, and we left behind liquidity, imbalance, whatever it is you want to call it. And then we used my entry model. I have a few different entry models that I teach and that I know. If you want to check them out, as I said, it's Telegram. But yeah, get a really good entry, literally to the pip. The reason I entered there is because this line isn't exactly on the, there we go. So yeah, get a good entry like that, straight into profit, and we fall pretty much instantly to TP, which is lovely to see. And then this next trade here was pretty much the same sort of thing. So you can see how if we sort of zoom right out, we've got a low, and then we've got a new low, and then a new low here. These are like sort of the three major high lows that are being made. And if we focus on what's going on over here, you can see we have a high that creates the low here, and then we push up and break that high. Exact same thing as what we had up here. We had a high that break a low that then broke the high, and then we fall through, we break this low, and not only do we break this low, but we break this low as well, which was caused by this high here. You see how it comes down, creates the low, pushes up, breaks above that high. So we've broken two major lows, okay, which is a very, very good confirmation that price will want to sell. And then we just build up some seller liquidity here before blowing through it. And this is then where I set my sell limit, sold here with an 8 pip SL. Obviously didn't stop us out, fell down into profit, which was very nice to see. And then I was sort of really confident in this trade once we broke this sort of major low that failed to break this high up here. And as you can see, we tapped into it and then broke straight through to TP, and then we actually continued to sell off quite a bit after that. But obviously at that point TP hit at 12.45. I normally only trade London, so I was done for the day. Then this trade I didn't take, but I did mark it up, and I still, you know, think it'd be useful just to talk about. I'm not going to claim I took it, I didn't take it. But as you can see, we have again this low, and then this sort of low area here, obviously one being higher than the previous one, which would indicate a bullish trend. We also have this high here that creates, you know, that low there, and then push up obviously, but we can't see that when price was back here. But we know that price is trending up, you can see that overall it's bullish. So we're probably going to look for the buys. And very simple, it was exactly basically what we did before. This time we were just doing it the opposite direction. We were buying instead of selling, and you can basically see that I have a high, push down, create a low, push up, create a lower high. So we're still bearish in this tiny move here, and this is where you've got to be careful, because using structure you can get caught up in these small moves, and you don't want to do that because you'll get the wrong direction. So we know we're overall bullish. When you zoom out, you can see we're making, you know, these high lows. We know overall we're bullish. This is just a lower time frame downtrend pullback. Right now we're not waiting for anything until some highs and lows start getting broken and things like that. Otherwise, you know, we're just going to keep selling. So if I just remove this quick, like so, what happens is we have this low here, and if we draw a line across, what happens? We wick into the area, but we fail to break. What then happens is we have a strong push to the upside in London session, breaking the previous high that couldn't break the low, and also breaking the previous high before that that created the last sort of strong low, so to speak. And so all we did was we literally just waited for a retest in this area, comes back in, boom, tapped in perfectly, exact same thing, 8 pip SL, and we fly to TP and we hit it just before New York session. And then obviously you get the New York session momentum come in here, and it will normally reverse London. Doesn't happen every time, but it will normally do the reverse of London. And then in terms of today, what is there to trade? Not much. I don't trade Mondays. That's why I wasn't looking at anything today. But as you can see, we've been like in this weird bullish leg, coming for this high here. So we'll see if we can sort of break above it, break and close above it, because right now we're failing to close above. But yeah, hopefully those breakdowns were useful.